This is it now, a windy afternoon at 3,330 meters, the very top of the Pic Blanc in the Alpe d'Huez ski area just here. This is the Grand Rousse ski area, and today we're going to be skiing the famous and infamous, I should say, Tunnel Piste. Straight down there is the entrance, bit of a black piece to start with, through the tunnel, and then we pop up on the other side, the sort of southwestish side of the mountain just here. If I move over this way a little bit, you can kind of make out the bottom bit, just under the gas X pipe just there and where the lift is coming up. But let's get straight into it and see what we can see. Those of you regular to the channel may notice I'm on a different filming setup today. This is the Ace Pro 2 that I'm using to film from the helmet. And basically, if it's a point of view style shot like you're looking at now, then something like the Ace Pro 2 is far superior to a 360 camera in terms of the speed of editing, and to be honest, the quality of the shots you get is going to be higher quality, higher resolution, higher everything. Quicker to edit. The perk, of course, to those 360 cameras is I can film everything and then edit it later, so if I'm not looking at the right direction, I don't miss any of the action. But that's not what today's about. Today's about the Tunnel Piste in Alpe d'Huez, the famous, infamous black run, just about to the tunnel, right here. Ow! Let's see. It is downhill, but clearly not much coming through the tunnel. This has been filmed, by the way, in the, what is it today? Can't see the watch under there. It's around the 14th of January. The tunnel's been open for 2 days now this season. That's as early as it opens usually, occasionally a little bit earlier. But as you can see right now, there's snow all the way down this tunnel. And that's one of the big things. It takes a long time by hand or by handheld machines to get all the snow through here. But from now on, the rest of this winter, according to avalanche risk of course, we should be good to be skiing this tunnel. What's the queue like? Quite a few people.
Bah, tu vois, j'imaginais bien pire. Ouais. Ah, franchement, ouais. Là, il est vraiment... Vous allez le faire, hein. Je vais vous l'expliquer.
So the tunnel's got some crazy reputations about it. Steep and scary and dangerous, and yes, you know, where I'm standing right now, you can't say it's not a bit intimidating. But as soon as you get through this first little bit, it's really not that bad. It's just figuring out how not to get your ski caught on the red fence on my left or the sort of wall thing on my right. And same on the next bit where this person below me's just sat down. But actually it's a pretty good piece in general. The sort of consideration you might like to know is there's a piece here called the balcons. Now the balcons doesn't have an entrance like this, but actually it's just as steep and generally has bigger moguls most of the way down it. So if you're new to the channel and not aware, my name's Cookie and I'm an ESF instructor here in Alpe d'Huez. Take a lot of off-piste guiding and pushing people's personal levels, trying to get people better, not just at the high level stuff, but beginner all the way to advanced. And one of the pieces I really quite fancy taking people down is the balcons, because it hasn't got this scary reputation and the over processing, let's call it, that people tend to have here on the Tunnel Piste. Which means you can just rely on your actual skiing rather than worrying about how steep it is and dealing with the, let's say, psychology, anxiety, nerves, fear. Because as you can see, actually, yes, there's a bit of a track and kind of pick your way through, but the snow here is pretty great. And as soon as you get into it now, that's it. It's just a really big, wide open piste with some lovely snow on it. This is beautiful. Now, this is the first time I've skied this piste this winter. Like I say, it's not been open that long at all. Only yesterday, I think, was the very first day. I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest. This is good. Now, yes, you need to know how to ski bumpy, uneven, ungroomed terrain, but for me, that's just off-piste. That's good fun. That's what I like to do. A little look up here over the ridge, right on the edge of the piste, possibly even slightly off it just to miss this traffic, these people. Oh, yes. That's a bit steeper here. Let's go on this bit again. Very nice. Come back over this way. Maybe you can see what I've just come down. Really good snow. A really nice piste. And even, to be honest, if it's not in its prime condition, it's still really good. It's well above 3,000 meters, or right around there where the piste begins. Bit bumpy. This is the view back to 2,700 meters where the main peak block 3, top of the peak block left begun. And this is where the bumps, today at least, look a little bit more real. Still nice and soft. I mentioned at the top just before then, this isn't my usual camera. This is the Ace Pro 2 that I'm filming most of this point of view filming on. Simply because when I was going to ski that, probably the only view I really want is what I can see. There's no need to mess around with the 360 camera. No need to reframe and worry about it at all. Then little moments like this that I've stopped, I've also got the X4 on the go. So I can then pick the view. I can look up towards those cabins just up above my head going up and down and reframe as I like. That's the X4 just next to me, you see here on the pole mount. So I may have thrown in a couple of clips while I was editing later on. Which view do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Maybe I need to refilm this on the X4 for 2025. Maybe the Ace Pro wasn't as good as you thought, or actually, maybe do I need to get rid of the 360 view? Maybe it gives you a bit too much of a fisheye look and you prefer the classic point of view style look that's on the helmet mount just now. What do you think? The definite perk, of course, to the X4 and to the 360 cameras is that view I've got right now. You can look back at me and see me having a little play, woohoo, down this groomed part of the piece. Still the tunnel, this is just the very bottom part of it. Beautifully smooth and groomed. If you are thinking of getting one of these cameras, there's a link in the description which will save you a little bit of money, and there's usually some sort of a freebie or something thrown in there as well. So if you are thinking, make sure you follow that link through. And yes, it is an affiliate link. You're basically buying me a beer every time you buy a camera or a mount or something off of that link. So thank you very much in advance. And if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe down at the bottom. And if you come into Outdoors and fancy a bit of off-piste guiding, a bit of ski instruction, just want to go for a bit of a blast, all of my content details are down at the bottom too. Woo! What a fast, fun finish. So there you have it, boys and girls, the Pic Blanc. Down through the Tunnel Piste and now at the Lac Blanc chair because of the big frozen lake you see just ahead of me through this lift. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you elsewhere on the channel very soon.